Alright, this is problem 217. The vertices of triangle ABC are given. What conclusion can be made about the angles of triangle ABC? So if we draw a quick graph, I gotta go to 6. And I do -1, -2, -1, 2, and 6, 0. What I have is a triangle okay, and I can see that it's isosceles because the distance to this point right here, which is the vertex of my triangle, is the same, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 7, 7, and then 2 and 2. So then this must be the same, right? So it's, and I have A, B, C, and I know that the base angles of an isosceles triangle are congruent. So angle A must equal angle B. Another one of these types of deals. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 0, 0. 1, 2, 3. 3, 2. And 0, 4. So this is the same situation. Okay. My distance is 3 and 2 and 3 and 2. So this is isosceles and these are base angles. It's choice 2. Another type of one of these things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I always go by the biggest number. That's how far I go in each direction. So -2, 3, -2, 7. And 4, -5. Wait a second. Yeah, -2, -7. Which is down here. Okay, so what I got here is, this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is 13. Then to get from here to here, I'd have to go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if I go by 3, 4, 5 triangle, I know that this is then 10. And this, I go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this distance here is 2. And so I know that this is going to be less than 10. But I can do, to show you, 2 squared plus 6 squared equals x squared. Let me just think about this for a second. Oh, this is 3. Wait. No, this is 2. Okay. So we got 4 plus 20 plus 36 equals x squared. 40 equals x squared. So x is approximately find my calculator. About 6.3. So it's scalene. Okay, we have to draw the use of the grid is optional, so I don't have to draw anything. But I'm going to anyway. -6 2 -3 6 and 5 0. Okay. Find the perimeter in simplest radical form. So what I'm going to use is the Pythagorean theorem to find the sides. Okay? So I know this is 3, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, so I know this is 5 because of a 3, 4, 5 right triangle. And this is 2, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, I don't know what that third side is, I'll have to find it. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is a 3, 4, 5 triangle doubled, right? 6, 8, 10. So there's only one side I need to find. We'll call it x for now. So 2 squared plus 11 squared equals x squared. 4 plus 121 equals x squared. 125 is x squared. So x, we need the perimeter in simplest radical form, so I can't do approximately. So x equals the square root of 125. If I break 125 down, let's say into 5 and 25, and then 5 and 5, I have the square root of 5 times 5 times 5 equals x. Cross 2 out, bring 1 out front. So I have x equals 5 radical 5. So if I'm going to do 5, because I need the perimeter now, 5 plus 10 plus 5 radical 5 equals 15 plus 5 radical 5. Okay. In which polygon does the sum of the measures of the interior angles equal the sum of the measures of the exterior angles? So when does n minus 2 times 180 equal 360? Well, let's divide both sides by 180. So n minus 2 is equal to 2. Let's add 2. N equals 4. So a four-sided shape that will be true for, which is a quadrilateral. For which polygon does the sum of the measures of the interior angles equal the sum of the measures of the exterior angles? This is the same thing. N minus 2 times 180 equals 360. Divide by 180. And you get n minus 2 equals 2. Add 2. N equals 4. quadrilateral. The sum of the interior angles. This is just a formula question. The pentagon is formed by 5 rays. What is the degree measure of angle x? Well, if this is 140, then I know this is 40. And I know that all the exterior angles add up to 360. So I know x plus 68 plus 84 plus 60 plus 40 equals 360. So x plus 68 plus 84 plus 60 plus 40, x plus 252 equals 360. Subtract 252. X is 108. The number of degrees and the sum of the interior angles of a pentagon. That's n minus 2 times 180. That's 5 minus 2 times 180. 3 times 180. That's 540. What is the measure of an interior angle of a regular octagon? That would be n minus 2 times 180 over n. So an octagon, that's 8 minus 2 times 180 over 8. That's 6 times 180 over 8. $135. What is the measure of each interior angle of a regular hexagon? Same formula. Over n. 6 minus 2 because it's a hexagon over 6. 4 times 180 over 6. 720 over 6. A regular hexagon. $120. What is the measure of angle AEB? Well, this is a regular pentagon. So I know that the interior angles I can do by this formula. So 5 minus 2 times 180 over 5. That's 3 times 180 over 5. That's 540 over 5. It's 108. So I know this is 108. They're all 108. But then since this is isosceles, I can do 180 minus 108 is 72. And then I can do 72 divided by 2 to get 36. So each one of these must be 36 because it has to add up to 180. Choice 1. Okay, so interior angle. N minus 2 times 180, and it's for a pentagon. 5 minus 2, it wants n interior angle, divided by n. 5 minus 2 times 180 over 5. 3 times 180 over 5. That's 540 over 5. That's 108. And n exterior angle would be 360 over n, which is 360 over 5, which is, let me see, 72. Okay. In the diagram below of parallelogram ABCD with diagonals, the measure of angle 1 is 45. And the measure of angle DCB is 120. Well, I know 120 plus 45 plus angle 2 equals 180 because these are supplementary. So that's 165 plus angle 2 equals 180. I subtract 165. Angle 2 is 15 degrees. Choice 1. In the diagram below, SV is x plus 3, VU 2x minus 1, TU is 4x minus 3. What is the length of SV? It's a parallelogram, so we know the opposite sides are congruent, so we know x plus 3 equals 4x minus 3. So we can subtract x, and I'm going to add 3 at the same time. We get 6 equals 3x divided by 3. X is 2. SV is x plus 3, which equals 2 plus 3, which equals 5. See? Choice 1. Which statement is true about every parallelogram? Two pairs of opposite sides are congruent. In the diagram below, parallelogram has diagonals intersected E. Which expression is not always true? DAE will always be congruent to BCE. That's true. Okay, look. These are parallel lines, right? Right here. And so are these. And these are also congruent. So look at the Z. Alright, these angles right here are going to be congruent. DEC is congruent to BEA. That's true. They're vertical angles. AC and DB. No, that's obviously not true. The diagonals are not congruent. So choice 3. 234. Okay. So x squared plus 6x equals x plus 14 because the diagonals bisect each other. So I got to solve a quadratic formula here. I got x squared plus 5x minus 14 equals 0. Do double bubble. A 7 and a 2. One's positive, one's negative. Right, negative 2 times 7 is negative 14, and negative 2 plus 7 is positive 5. So that works. Set each one equal to 0. Solve each one. So we get x equals 2. And x equals negative 7. We can reject. So TE is 6x minus 1, which is 6 times 2 minus 1, which is 12 minus 1, which is 11. Okay. In the diagram below of rhombus ABCD, angle C is 100. Well, this is a rhombus, so we know all four sides are congruent, so then we know that 180 minus 100 is 80, and 80 divided by 2 is 40, so these have to be 40 each. Choice 1. In rhombus ABCD, AE is 5, BE is 12. What is the length of AB? Well, this is a right triangle. Okay, because a rhombus, the diagonals are perpendicular. So 5 squared plus 12 squared equals x squared. 25 plus 144 equals x squared. 169 equals x squared. X is 13. Choice 3. Which quadrilateral has diagonals that always bisect its angles and also bisect each other? A rhombus. I need to draw a visual real quick. This is congruent to this is congruent to this, and these two angles the angles are also bisected in a rhombus. And if you want to put this in, they're also 90 degrees. Let's add one more thing here. Well, the sides are congruent in a rhombus. The diagonals of a quadrilateral are congruent but do not bisect each other. This quadrilateral is that would be an isosceles trapezoid. Okay? Given three distinct quadrilaterals, a square, a rectangle, and a rhombus, which quadrilaterals must have perpendicular diagonals? It would be rhombus and square. Which reason could be used to prove that a parallelogram is a rhombus? Diagonals are perpendicular. Diagram below, math is a rhombus with diagonals AH and MT. If measure of angle HAM is 12, what is AMT? Well, we know that all four of these are 90, so let's call that x. We know x plus 12 plus 90 is 180. We know x plus 102 is 180. Subtract 102. X is 78. Let's see. Okay, let's solve this one. I know that 3z, well, let's do the x's first. I know 8x minus 5, since this is a rhombus, is equal to 3x plus 30 because all the sides are equal. So minus 3x plus 5. So 5x equals 35. Divide by 5. X is 7. So therefore it wants SR. And SR is 8x minus 5, which would be 8 times 7 minus 5. Which would be 56 minus 5, which is 51. Now we want to do, let's do z. 3z equals, these, the diagonals bisect each other, so I know 3z equals 4z minus 8. So let's subtract 3z from both sides, and also add 8 to both sides. So I would get 8 equals z. Now it wants RT. RT is equal to 2 times 5z plus 5, right? It's 2 of these. So it's equal to 2 times 5 times z, which is 8, plus 5. 2 times 40 plus 5. 2 times 45, 90. Okay? And we have one more thing to go. We know that these form right angles, so if we look at this triangle, we know that these three angles must add up to 180. So that's how we can find y. 5y minus 2 plus 9y plus 8 plus 90 equals 180. 14y plus 96 equals 180. Subtract 96. 14y is 84. Divide by 14. Y is 6. So then angle TAS is 9y plus 8. 9 times 6 plus 8. 54 plus 8. 62 degrees. If the diagonals of a quadrilateral do not bisect each other, then the quadrilateral could be a... It could be a trapezoid then. Isosceles trapezoid ABCD has diagonals AC and BD. Okay. We know that the diagonals are equal in an isosceles trapezoid, so 5x plus 13 equals 11x minus 5. Let's subtract 5x from both sides and add 5 at the same time. And we get 18 is 6x divided by 6. X is 3. And that's what an X is for. Isosceles trapezoid. Alright, let's draw it out. A, B, C, D. So AB is congruent to CD. If BC is 20, AD is 36, and AB is 17, I know then this must be 17. What is the length of the altitude? First of all, the altitude is perpendicular. Let's draw two altitudes, and I'll do that for a reason. If this is 20, now I know this piece is 20. These two pieces must be what's left over from 36. So 36 minus 20 is 18. Is 16. Divide 16 by 2 and you get 8 and 8. Now I can use the Pythagorean theorem to find x. Either one. Let's just use this triangle. 8 squared plus x squared equals 17 squared. 64 plus x squared equals 289, I believe. Subtract 64. X squared is 225, so then x is 15. Okay. RS is 30. XV is 44. What is the length of TU? Well, I know that XV equals 1/2 of RS plus TU. So 44 equals 1/2 of 30 plus x. 44 equals 15 plus x over 2. Subtract 15. X over 2 equals 29. Multiply both sides by 2. And x equals 58. Choice 2. That's the length of TU, x. In the diagram below of isosceles trapezoid, AB equals BC equals 25, so this is 25, AD is 26, BC is 12. What is the length of an altitude? Well, again, if we drop the sides down, right, then this is 12, and 26 minus 12 is 14, so this must be 7, and this must be 7. And these are right angles, so this is a right triangle. So we can use either one of them, because they're the same, with the Pythagorean theorem. So x squared plus 7 squared equals 25 squared. X squared plus 49 equals 625. Subtract 49. X squared equals 576. So then x is 24. Let me just double check that. 24. Choice 4. In the diagram below, LATE is an isosceles trapezoid where LE is congruent to AT, so this is 10. So we know this piece down here is 24. That means that 40 minus 24 is 16, so this must be 8 and this must be 8. What is the length of LF? Well, I can use the Pythagorean theorem. 8 squared plus x squared equals 10 squared. I already know it's a Pythagorean triple, but I'm going to go ahead and show you the work anyway. Six. AB is 5x minus 9. DC is x plus 3. And EF is 2x plus 2. What is the value of x? 2x plus 2 is equal to 1/2 x plus 3 plus 5x minus 9. 2x plus 2 equals 1/2 of 6x minus 6. 2x plus 2 equals 3x minus 3. Subtract 2x from both sides. Add 3. 5 equals x. And that's what they x'd us for. Let's see. This is an isosceles trapezoid, so these two sides are congruent. So 2x plus 5 equals 3x plus 2. Subtract 2x and subtract 2. So I get x equals 3. That's it. That's it. Isosceles trapezoid. I know that angles that are opposite each other in an isosceles trapezoid are supplementary. These two are supplementary, these two are supplementary, these two, and also these two. So I know that 2x plus 3x plus 5 equals 180. So 5x plus 5 equals 180. Minus 5, minus 5. 5x equals 175. Divide by 5 and x equals 35. So BAD angle BAD equals 2x, which is 2 times 35, which is 70 degrees. Okay. A quadrilateral whose diagonals bisect each other and are perpendicular is a rhombus.